Wargamers, welcome back to Vendée to November, and I must correct a big mistake that I did, which is the British Expeditionary Army enters the game with the 10 force points of infantry, 2 force points of cavalry, and 2 force points of artillery, which we will address that at this very second, so we can progress and use them efficiently. We know that they had reinforcements, so they are now up to 12 force points of infantry. Okay, that being said, let's continue with our reinforcements. The Royalists have only 2 Chouans, which they can place in any friendly controlled fortresses or in any Royalist home region unoccupied by enemy forces. We are going to put it here to help against Touro march through the countryside. The Republicans will place 2 Garde Nationale that will show up at Pouzage. Regarding the army reinforcements, we will roll for the British, which did fail. We have to roll for the Royalists, and we are rolling 4 or less. Okay, that's 3 force points, which actually maybe we are going to put them in the army of Poitou, all of them. The army of Sapino is actually in fairly okay condition. Poitou was the worst of them all. I know that Anjou has absolutely no troops and he might be captured, but this army is more essential to face against Touro. Okay, we have all the moving of the regular forces now. We will move that Garde Nationale there and fight. We will move this Garde Nationale there. It would be the Chouan first, actually, so sorry for that. Okay, the Chouan move and we'll attack there. Here we can stay, and up there we will move this one and stay in the fortress, and this one will move to Saint-Fulgent. The ones in the south, yeah, we are going to, can we go into Sapino's army? One of them will join the army, and the other one will stay so it can ambush that army as it advances. Okay, let's resolve that battle there. So the can decide to stay or retreat. From there we can only retreat there, that we get destroyed, and we cannot retreat there because it's occupied. We could retreat there, but we'll stay and fight and see if we can. Okay, they have +3 bonus and they have none. Oh, okay, it was 1 hit for each. That unit gets destroyed. Okay, wasn't that bad. Now it's the Republicans which will move and attack there. Okay, it's the same. They have a +3 bonus. They have a +2. It's a hit and it's a hit. Now, Royalist can decide if they retreat or not. And they will retreat to counterattack next. In the next turn. Okay? And in the south, there's not much we can do. Nothing else to play. We have army reserve, which can be moved to the army of La Rochelle. It moves to the map and then gets fuses with La Rochelle map army and their Westerman. Okay, time for the cards. Just drawing them completely random throughout the deck. Okay, Royalist play. Royalist will play the good weather. 2 armies may move up to 2 regions and may attack. We are going to move the army of Moray across. It's up in the north there. So we just use the card to move that one across. And now we can use another one to move 2 regions and attack. We are going to move the British to La Roche-sur-Yon. No battle. We are going to use the popular support in Taureau's army, which will move 1, 2, and then attack Charette 3. Okay, and in the process of doing that, he will put Chantonnet under the torch. And we will have a battle there. And the army of Mayence gains 2 FP of regular infantry, which is pretty good. Okay, good enough. Now Charette has to decide if they stay or not. So the army of Poitou will stay at least for 1 round. So let's see what will come out of it. Let's roll it here. So 4 dice for Charette and 4 for Taureau, plus 1 from the irregulars. Okay, regulars first. It's 4. No hits. And now the regulars is a 5+. Only 1 hit on Charette's army. Now Charette responds with a 5+. And no hits. Okay, I think Charette can still hold up for a few more rounds. Okay, taureau, 5 plus. Ooh, 3 hits. It will force Charette to run away. For sure. 3. Wow, that was devastating. I mean, yep, taureau is not here to play. And Poitou is defending with the 5 plus. And it's just 1 hit on taureau's army. Charette will have to retreat. It will retreat to Saint-Fourjean, and we have to check what happens to Charette there. And the army loses the last force point and becomes 0. Okay, Charette is okay. That was pretty brutal. Second card for the Royalist. Will be an intelligence coup. Examine all enemy cards, and one army may move 1 region and may attack. Now, which army we want to move? We want to keep as much as possible this area contained. We could attack with the British Expeditionary Force, but if they lose 4, at the moment they are at 12 force points, and if they lose 4, they will be forced. If they lose 5, we are going to send in the Brits. Charette sees the situation and retreats, doesn't want to face the Brits for now, not in there as they dictate the battle, and they lose 1 force point. They can afford to. And now the Royalists all are one army may move up to 3. 1, 2, 3, okay. They're going to use the popular support. The army of Mayence moves there. And this is where the army under Touro, so moved 1, moved the 2nd, and move the 3rd. So as it marches through the land, it sets fire to every town, everything. So it really builds up. And at the same time, it wins 2, because of the card, 2 force points. Royalists have safe passage. 1 army may move 1 region and may attack. We are going to move. This is horrible. But we are going to move Catiline into, yeah. I mean, we need to return home. The army of Murray here. And that's pretty much it. Now for the last card of the Republicans, all your armies may move 1 region and all may attack. Which means, again, that we will attack the fortress and torch that. And there is a battle for that fortress. Let's see the other armies. We have Rossignol with the army of l'Ouest. We can move there to eliminate any threat. We have the army up there in Saumur, and the Cancleux will move westwards, and we have Westerman with La Rochelle, which will threaten this here. All right, we have only to resolve that battle in the fortress there. So the fortress has 2 dice against 4 from Toureau plus 2 from the artillery. So the fortress shoots and it makes 1 hit. And wait, it's the red ones. Okay, the artillery shoots nothing. And now the army shoots 5 plus. Nothing happens. Wow. Okay, fortress shooting, another hit. Okay, artillery. What? And now the army. Okay, the fortress is taken. A Léger fortress actually resisted more than expected, but it's under control of the Republic again. Okay, it's turn 10. No, it's turn 9 because we have desertions. Let's start with the Royalists. The army of Marais, nothing. Poitou, nothing. Delby has no one. Sapineux, nothing. Okay, army of Toureau, nothing. Cancleux, nothing. Rossignol, all good. And Westerman, all good. There's no desertions, and the British don't suffer desertions. Okay, we go to turn 10. We have reinforcements possible. The British receive 2 force points, and they are at their maximum. No, the reinforcements do show up actually in the far away, so they disembark in Sable d'Olonne here. Now, Chouan can be placed in, I will place them here, and the Garde Nationale will be placed 1 in Léger, actually will be 2 in Léger. Okay. Movements of irregulars. Going to move these 4 there. This one, yeah, not much we can do, but we'll stay there. And let me check now the rules for the brûlé, because it affects. Okay, 5 to 9. Republican troops stop deserting to Royalist armies. Okay, that's important. And regarding the Royalist reinforcements, is 46. And and that's pretty much it. Okay. So let's roll for the reinforcements. Okay, they have... Oh, how many? We have 1, 2, 3. It's only 2 reinforcements that we can place, and we will place it on maybe on Poitou or Army of Anjou, because both are 0. Or we need to give it to one of... Okay, Army of Poitou. The other ones are pretty much... actually, maybe not. Okay, 1 to the Army of the Centre, and they are now up to maximum. And the Army of Marais at the maximum, and we give 1 to the Army of Poitou, and that's pretty much it. Okay, the cards. This is the last turn. I'm thinking. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The revolutionaries. This is not extraordinary good. But we will play the interdicted supply to randomly select and discard 1 card held in enemy hand. We need to... And we'll not see the card that it was, so we don't cry. I feel like... Okay, this one. Oh, I'm so tempted to look it up. Okay, that was the royalist play. Now, the Republicans... are going to play the inspired leadership. 2 armies may move up to 3 regions and may attack. So pretty much we leave this one, we brûle it. So that's 1, 2, 3, and we will attack Sable d'Olonne here. And we burned everything on the way. I'm going to put it right in the villages. And we will attack. That cavalry will go into quarters, and the second army that will move 3 regions and attack 1, 2, 3, maybe 1, 2, and attack there. Roussillon. It's Army of l'Ouest. Yes, we are going to move Army of Roussillon and attack. This army gets destroyed. We have to check what happens to Delbé, because it has 0, had 0 force points. Okay, he escapes. I mean, eventually he will be captured and executed in 1796, and given his bravery as an enemy and his bravery facing the firing squad, he will be praised by both sides. Okay, we are attacking the fortress. And it was 2 armies. Okay, so we have 2 battles here. Let's resolve that one first. The fortress has 2 dice and 1 for the irregulars, and our army has 2 artillery and 4 normal dice. So the fortress first, nothing, and the irregulars, nothing. Okay, our cannon, nothing, and the regulars. 1 hit, that's 1 less die for the fortress. Okay, let's continue. Fortress, 1 hit on the army. And did we roll 2? Yeah, we rolled 2. No, we rolled 1. And 6. Okay, nothing. Okay, artillery, missed. And the army. And it's taken the fortress. It's ours, gentlemen. Please send a messenger to Paris that Châtillon-sur-Sèvre has fallen under. All the rebels have been eliminated, and our security forces are providing assistance to the citizens. Another battle will be here. And why attack Sable d'Olonne? It will be so to limit where British detachments can land. But it's the last turn, so it doesn't really change much. But we'll attack anyway. So the British will have 2 for... does the cavalry fight in a siege? I know they... Let me check if as a defender they can fight. No, they can defend. By the way, I forgot that we captured that fortress and that one. Both can yield force points. And both did. That one, it's 2. It's the Army of the West, so 2 infantry. And for this one, which is Tourreau, it is 2 artillery. Could be artillery or cavalry, but I decide for artillery. Sorry for that, forgot. Okay, so we are attacking the fortress. I'm going to put this here. And, okay, attacking the fortress here. So, the fortress is 2 plus the 2 from the cavalry. Okay, what happens is that Tourreau has 4 artillery plus the 4 from the army. Okay, the fortress shoots and makes 1 wound in, let me grab 1 die here. Okay, makes 1 wound. And now the cavalry, they are British, 5 plus. Nothing. Okay, artillery, 5 plus. That's 2 hits. And the fortress disappears. There's only the cavalry left, which will be 5 plus. Okay, they are destroyed. Okay, we have to mark. Oh no, they were detached. Okay, so the fortress is now ours. And we have to check if we receive reinforcement by taking the fortress or not. Nope, it's only on a 5 or 6. That was pretty good. I am very happy. Okay, Royalists play card. There's nothing this card can do. I'm searching for chances here, but the cards are not. Okay, the only thing we're going to do, it's the fearsome reputation, and we are going to advance with Sapino against, and it forces the enemy to retreat. And enemy retreats to Fontenay, and it doesn't lose the force point. So that's pretty much it. Okay, the Republicans, having lost the card, they will use the last card. One army may move up to 2 regions and may attack. Enemy losses are added to the army. Ooh, this will be interesting because we can move 2 regions, right? So we could move there, 1, 2, or 1, 2, and attack here, which we'll do. So they move 1, leave the town, Brûlé, then 2, and they will attack. Where's the Brûlé markers? I need more. I need to lay waste to this entire country. The revolution must be obeyed. Now, this can ambush the entering army, and then they decide what to do. Okay, so we have an attack here. Okay, it's 1 dice for all, so +3. Okay, they make 1 wound. And now they can decide to stay and fight. Well, they have to fight at least once. Okay, Touro, 5+. They make 2 wounds. And it doesn't matter, they have a +3. And they also force 1 wound. And now they can retreat either to the fortress or to another region. They will retreat to the fortress, so the battle continues. Now the fortress is 2 dice, +1 from the choix. And Touro is down to 2 artillery due to losses, and his army. Okay, the fortress, nothing. And the choix, nothing. Artillery destroys the fortress, the walls, and now the army destroys the garrison, and we are in. Wow. Wow, I don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting this last turn. And the Republicans lost the card. Actually, the enemy losses will be added to our army, so they win 4 Garde Nationale. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Okay, last card of the game. Coup de main. One army may move one region and may attack. If the attack is against the fortress, roll +1. And we are going to have a final showdown between the British army. So the final battle of the game is between Brits and French Republicans. I know everyone was expecting this. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have 4 for the British and 4 for the French. And it's 5+ for both. Okay, we have 1 wound on Turot's army. And no wounds in the Brits. Okay, British continue. And 2 more wounds on Turot. Wow. And 2 wounds in the British. Okay. Fight continues. British, nothing. And now Turot's army, 1 more hit on the British force. Fight continues. British fire. Okay, 2 hits. So it will be a retreat from Turot. Maybe Turot dies on the retreat. And now the French, no hits. Okay, Turot must retreat. And they will retreat to Leger. And we have to check what happens. Oh, well, they won't take the fortress, that's for sure. What happens to... Okay, let me take 5 out. Okay, 5 wounds on Turot's army and 3 on the British. Okay, I love the army side panels for some reason. It's so easy. We have to check what happens to Turot. Ooh, I think he gets captured. Oh my god. Where is it? Oh, I don't find it. It's wounded. Captured is only if he was already wounded. Okay, Turot was wounded in this big fight. And Kleber is also wounded. Wow, the British were nasty. Okay, and with this last battle, we ended the game. Victory points are counted by fortresses, if I'm not mistaken. Victory conditions. Each controlled fortress in the map is worth 1 victory point. So let's count victory points. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the royalists, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the Republicans. Okay, the player who wounded an enemy generalization gains 1 VP. So that means the royalists get 1 because they captured. Berruyer. The army who captured an enemy commander. Oh no, that's 2. They captured it. Wow. Are you kidding me? The Royalists won by the slightest of margins. So it's a 8-7. Wow. Oh no, because they wounded those 2 generals. So it's 2 more. And they actually also wounded Cancleux earlier on. And none of the other ones got wounded. So the final score, 11 for the Royalists and 7 for the Republicans. How can that be? Paris is not happy. Yep, that's it. That's the victory points. Let me just, well, this is the final. I just took a picture of the final situation. Let me take it from higher above. And how it looks. Okay, should be good like this, maybe like that. Okay. What to say about the game? There are some rules that I didn't read perfectly at the first, but I think it was only the British. The other one that I didn't really found anything, can't remember now. I would have to review everything, or I should have taken note. In any case, it's a great game. What would I change? Personally, I think that every turn, the possibility of 4 FP reinforcements for the Royalists is very powerful. It gives, I mean, with the bonus of 5+ in the first 5 turns, plus that possibility, I think it was my first play, but it really shifts the balance a lot. In any case, I will definitely play this more times, and after playing a few more times, we'll definitely see how the system can be improved. It's my intention to actually build upon this game. Another thing that this game is good, that I feel that is nice, it's the ability to be a battles generator. I mean, you are playing this game and then resolving the battles with miniatures, like, I don't know, 2mm 2x2 battles, or any system that you want that you can play on a 2x2 or a 3x3 on a side table, and resolve the battles there and then transport them to here. In any case, cheers, thanks for keeping up, and see you in the next battles.